Hello everyone and welcome back to another Universe Sandbox video, and today we're going to do another episode of creating an 8-star system with habitable worlds with life. So if you haven't seen the last episode, definitely go ahead and check those ones out previously, as we've made pretty big progress on our lineup so far, as you can see here. So we've got some very nicely designed worlds. We've also got some more hellish-like worlds, some colder deserts, things like that. So we've got a pretty good lineup, and I've got some feedback from you guys as well, which we're going to try and implement in today's video as well. But without further ado, let's get into this. And the first thing I noticed was last episode, looks like the barrier sensor here between these two guys seems to be playing up a bit, causing a bit of trouble. So we're going to have to tamper with that, I think, a bit, because it's not exactly the way we want it, because its orbit keeps bending, and that is not preferable. So where are we? So we finished at Alpha A, didn't we? And then we did Trappist 1. Oh no, we haven't done Trappist 1 yet, so we're going to start with Trappist 1 today. So we've done Alpha Centauri, got a nice line up there, but we still got a lot more objects. We finished with the chlorine gas giant last episode. Got our cold desert here, Salby. Got 1A here. That one's had a bit of a... looks like it's changed a bit. We may have to come back and have a little tamper with that as well. Oh, these ones are so great. I really like the way these ones look. The clouds, yeah, they were cool. Yeah, I did like those guys. So we had the nice 6 system set. It looks like 1A's the one that's a little having a little bit of trouble here. What's going on with the surface? I'm looking at that now. I love that two-tone atmosphere as well. I think it looks so good. Let's have a little look under here. Elevation map 2. Why is that switched off? Let's have a put that back on. Let's have a look. I can't actually remember. It's been over a week since I did this now. Why did I just press melt? I want to settle liquid and lower this. I'm guessing I want to lower the sea level a bit. There you go. That's looking a little better, my man. There you go. Hey. All right. We'll see how that sorts itself out. Should be okay. Right. Cool. So moving on from the chlorine world last time. So there's our lineup of those guys. There's our colder desert, just sitting at -1 degree, so it's a little frozen over, still got the liquid on it. Right, so chlorine onwards. So, someone actually said as well, use the terrain for Sedna when terraforming worlds. Looks like constants when you add water, so we'll try and use a Sedna texture for one of the worlds. That should be good. We'll see how that looks. A cold sulfur dioxide world would be neat around Trappist. We can definitely look into that as well. So, let's begin. Right, so we've got the chlorine gas giant. It's only, I say gas giant, it's more of a gas dwarf actually. So I'm thinking next world, let's try and play with some of the different elements. I'm thinking methane oceans, things like that. So, what do we think? Should we go with a template or should we go from scratch? You know, I'm going to try and use this world here, one of the Munich worlds, because I actually quite like this one. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it a little further out. I'm going to have maybe a more like sort of slightly something a little more eccentric. So I'm going to go with, because we've got to be a little careful of Trappist's presence there, because that one's sitting at, I think it's beyond the orbit. It's about the distance of Uranus from Alpha Centauri there. So we do need to keep that into keep my eye on that. I want to go 0.1. I'm going to make this a little more, just a little more eccentric, and I'm going to lower the orbital period. I'm going to squeeze it somewhere like that, just to make things a little more interesting. Maybe I'll give it a little bit of an incline as well, just a tad. Just going to slightly tilt that orbit just to keep it a little more interesting. So it's not on the main orbital plane. Right, so over here. Right, so right now, hang on, let's also go to we want realistic. Realistic. Oh yeah, I was wondering why the lighting was weird. It's because we're in between two stars. You got the main starlight on one side, and you got Alpha Centauri's light on the other side, giving quite the cool effect at the moment. So first of all, temperature could go to 0. It's going to get cold. Next up. I'm going to pull it. Actually, no, I'm going to manually pull it to -100. I'm going to see how that sits there. Now, that lava will sort of disappear. Colours. Let's go down here. I believe it's this colour here. It needs to change. That's the white area. Yeah. So I'm going to sort of darken that down a bit. This is a very glowy, reflective look. So you can make it any colour, really. Have some quite interesting dynamics with this world. It gets a very glowy looking appearances. It is really awesome, doesn't it, when you put it in the sunlight? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have that just as maybe a white, something quite reflective. The other colours, they're fine for now. Now, composition. This is where I want to add some stuff. So, we want to add more materials. Now, I'm going to go heavy on the methane levels here. Give it a very large amount. Oh, yeah. So, immediately, I'm guessing that's an atmosphere that's being generated there. We will see. Let me just close it and reopen it. Was that an atmosphere that's been generated? No, it wasn't. So, what is that then? I believe that's just the methane. It's probably the sea level, isn't it? Okay, so there's so that's liquid methane on the surface now, mixing in there. creating a very, very interesting looking world. going to settle the liquid, and we're going to settle liquid. Okay, right. So a little more. Keep the crater showing as well. Settle liquid. So there you go. So you've got methane oceans. I'm actually going to darken that third colour down now, so we can actually see the oceans a little more. Oh no, the oceans are the thing that's reflective. So a very mysterious look to it. Oh, there is an atmosphere now. There you go. Okay, clouds are on. So I'm thinking maybe so clouds are there. Okay, we'll enable those. Red clouds, huh? Ooh, that's looking pretty wild. Let's go with maybe some bright blue. Atmosphere, I'm going to go with maybe a thicker white. Let's see how that... No two-tone, I'm thinking just 0. Atmosphere's on. You can obviously see the methane oceans very, very clearly. They are very, very easy to spot there. Okay, I was looking... Look at the view of that. I mean, just that image right there. Just having the light from both stars at once. How cool is that? And you have the little twilight area in between the glowy liquid on it. It's a cool pic. That's a cool shot. I really like that. I think that looks good. Right, so how are we thinking? Oh, I don't know about the clouds. Don't know about the colour. Maybe make them a little more pale. Maybe a little deeper blue. There you go. I think something like that. Well, it is a world of methane, so it doesn't have to look like a realistic world. You know, it doesn't have to be, or an Earth-like world actually is the correct term I should be using. So, thicken it, maybe give it a little more of a Titan-esque atmosphere, a little thicker, but I want to see to the surface, so I'm going to stick with that. And then surface colours, I don't like the pinky colour it's got at the moment, so I'm going to see if I can get rid of that. I believe it's this colour here. It is. Oh my god. That's very reflective. That's very bright. Let's darken that down. So how does that look underneath? It's a very bizarre design, this one was. Oh man, that's pretty mad. Oh my god. Modded objects, everybody. We love them. Oh my god, he makes some insane things with this. I need to use this thing more often for stuff, because you can get some ridiculously glowy stuff. I believe it's got a tint on it as well, which is why the blue look has like a bluish look. But I mean, the colours that's all blacked out. Look at the terrain up a bit. Oh yeah. Oh, that looks really monstrous. Contrast doesn't really do anything. I'm just going to keep it mainly... Yeah. Oh wow. Oh yeah. We'll keep that pretty dark. But it's a pretty extreme looking world, isn't it? And then you've got the methane oceans, which is the liquid, isn't it? So, is it in liquid form? Let's have a look. It's all liquid. 100% of it is liquid. A little bit of gas, but mainly liquid. We can give it a bit of nitrogen as well, maybe. Give it that real Titan kind of appearance. So, where are we? Add more. Well, let's go with a bit of nitrogen. Throw a bit of nitrogen in there. I don't know about in Earth, so we'll just give it a little bit of Earth. There you go, a little bit of nitrogen thrown in there as well. That will we need to let it all sort itself out, because we've just sprayed that in there. But yeah, the methane and nitrogen will sort themselves out. What we can do as well, settle the liquid, equalise the gas, stable phases. Oh, where's our methane gone then? Oi, methane. So it's in gas form now. Interesting. So 184. That in theory should be a liquid. Freeze, melt. Interesting. Maybe that wasn't the greatest idea then. Ideally nitrogen's all gas sense. That is the methane ocean we're looking at then, okay. So I think we just need to play with the sea level a bit. Oh, the sea level went up. Yeah, it's just the sea level being weird, but yeah, there's the liquid methane in liquid form. There you go. Well, the liquid is, we can change the colour of the methane. Oh, pretty mad. Oh my. But I mean, I think the original colour, if you put it on realistic... Well, not CC lights, if we put liquid on realistic. The default colour for methane is just a light blue. But in theory, I believe methane is more of just a pale colour. So maybe we'll give it a little more of a... Make it really pale. Oh, that looks absolutely mad, doesn't it? Methane is very, very strange. Let's dim that down a bit. And what I'm going to do is, we'll do this. Just dim it. Oh, that's an interesting look, actually, isn't it? Almost like a metallic look. But you can see it is liquid. Make it a deep grey. It's just like... it's just white, light or dark. There's no middle between, so we'll just keep it on dark. Yeah, the methane looks pretty cool, doesn't it? And then clouds on. I'm not sure about those clouds. I think I'm going to pale those a little more. Maybe more like a greyish blue. A little more, a little darker. Atmosphere on. It's sort of like a... Yeah, it's not like your normal Titan with the orange. It's a little more of a bluish version. You can still see through it. Not as thick, but an interesting world nonetheless. Yeah. And also it's got the 2-star light. Yeah, I like that. I think that looks pretty good, actually. It's something different. Never really made anything like it before. So, looks good. I like that. Awesome. Okay, so there you go. Not a bad world. I'll give it a different name. So we'll do Titan backwards. So normally it's Titan. So we'll do Natit. Natit. I think people have used that name in their custom systems before. We've got Natit. The opposite of Titan. There you go. Cool. Right. I like that. Go ahead and throw a save in. There you go. Very happy with the way that's turned out. Actually, I think that looks good. Good stuff. Right. Moving on. So, I'm thinking maybe a few more. I'm thinking maybe an ice giant now. Maybe 2 ice giants to finish it off around this star before we go to Trappist. So, go some cool looking templates maybe. Let's use, oh yeah, a Vaca by minute. This is a really nice world actually. I'm going to place that there. And I'm going to use Enfer. There's some really nice blue gas giants that you guys have submitted over the years. We're going to throw those guys in there. Let's just check their masses, make sure they're appropriate. So 26 Earths, that's fine. 0.3 Jupiters. I'm going to lower that down into Earths, so we're going to put that down to maybe 13. There you go. Lower the size as well. Yeah, 3 masses of Earth, 6, 13. Yeah, alright. Stick with that. What's that in Jupiter? Radius of Jupiter. Okay, so interesting. We're going to put it roughly around there. Then 6 radius. So what is that in Jupiter's? 0.6. What's this one in Jupiter's? Okay, so it's got more mass, but it's a little smaller than this one, I think. Yeah, okay. So 18 masses of Earth, and then that one's 23. But it's a very nice duo, these guys. So here we are. Looks good. It's just a nice looking gas giant. Yeah, there you go, the two sides of it. Yeah, it looks good. Always nice to bring your guys' submissions in and have them flown in here. What's the rotation? Orbital period, rotational period. It's very fast rotator. Yeah, we'll keep it low actually. Put it around 0.6. There you go, so there's that one. Obviously no customization needed. We've got Emperor as well, the deep blue. Looking very, very classy. Yeah, that looks good, doesn't it? Like that. Nice deep blue gas giants. We like our ice giants. So this particular system around Alpha Centauri doesn't actually have a gas giant. They're all ice, and then you got the sulfur gas dwarf, or the chlorine, I should say. No regular gas giants. Now moving on to Trappist. I don't know if we could really squeeze another gas giant in there. We're gonna have a bit of a gap for Trappist. So, following from one of your suggestions, a cold sulfur dioxide world would be neat around Trappist. So we'll put the zone on. We'll start off. Oh, look at the zone of good old Eta, the Eta Carinae there. Oh, there you go. So, here we go. We'll go with a fresh world. So we're going to go with random rocky. Place it on the edge of Trappist's by Andrew. So where is the edge sitting? So okay, Trappist kind of a decent range, but I'm going to put it too far from the zone. I'm going to play it there. So here you go, around Trappist. So there's another Salaby. We can't have too many of these things. That's the generated name. We need more generated names in this game, I think. We always get this one. So there you go. Maybe remove the... There we go. Name it that. Lib. But anyway, so... As requested, cold sulfur dioxide world. So, sulfur dioxide. Here we go. Sulfur dioxide. There we go. Let's add that in. Oh, hang on. Oi. What's going on here? There's your sulfur dioxide. What's that? So moon mass, earth mass, earth, ocean mass. There you go. So get a sulfur dioxide thrown in there. There you go. So not exactly the prettiest of worlds. Obviously thick atmosphere. You can see, is that liquid sulfur dioxide there? I'm guessing it is. That's carbon dioxide. Sulfur dioxide. There you go. Liquid sulfur dioxide, but I'm guessing some of that will become gas. It depends really, because it's not going to. This isn't going to be a hot planet, so maybe it will be liquid sulfur dioxide. We will see how that world sorts itself out. We're going to put it to 0. Let it. It says, oh no, it is dropping. Okay, so we'll see how that world functions. Atmosphere is on currently. I'm going to lower that down so we can actually see it. Just for now, we'll come back to that. I want to let that simulate for a bit. I want to see how that plays out. So while that's doing that, we're going to do some objects closer to Trappist. Let's throw in a save as well. Get that all locked in. Good stuff. Okay. So what have we got next? Get rid of that. menu there. Right. Any other cool customs we could try and squeeze in here? Got some of the old Christmas objects here. It's pretty mad. Got the Christmases. Got some Earth likes. Let's try placing some Earth likes in. See how they work. 1 and then 2. We have 2 Earth likes. Quite close boundaries to Trappist. Here we go. Okay. This is another nice cache sample. Maybe we'll try that. Kalos, this one looks interesting. Let's place that one in there. So maybe we'll have like the red dwarf with that really habitable sort of system sitting around with it. We'll see how it comes out. So we'll work with those 3 planets first. See if they function. These are older models though, so we'll have to see how they work. This one's looking pretty good. It's got quite an interesting texture going on here. What's that all about? What is that? Planet 4 and Planet 2, huh? Okay. I think we need some greenery. Could do with some greenery. What's going on here? Base colour. Oh, okay. Switch elevation on. Yes, oh, hang on. Oi. Let's try the Earth one and then put always on. How does that look? Oh, hang on. Did I see an orbit change? What was that? Oh, that's just Trappist. Okay, so we'll go with the full. Pretty green in appearance, eh? I just like the custom colours more. Oh, elevation and then custom. There you go. That's more like it. There you go. That's more like it. It's only got a high option. Well, that's fine for now. I think that's just the game being weird, isn't it? There you go. So, maybe a little more ocean colour as well. I like to have a bit of ocean colours mixed in sometimes. A little more blue, vibrant blue. A little more vibrant blue. Like, it looks like an archipelago. Nice little lineup of everything. Clouds. I'm thinking if it's going to be like an archipelago, I'm thinking tropical storms. So let's go with storm. Let's increase the clouds. Why are the clouds not very thick? Coverage is on max. Oh, there you go. That's better. There you go. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Storm and thick. Very nice. So there we go. We'll have to see if the world works though, because we are close to Trappist 0. I'm guessing it's going to get quite warm. It is in the red zone, so we may have to give it a little more reflection. Increase that albedo up, just get a little more safe. Oh, it's a very low albedo. Let's reflect a little more light, a little more breathing space there. Next planet out, we've got Earthlight 2. How's this one looking? Again, a world that definitely needs to be upgraded. It's a 0 degrees. Hasn't got an atmosphere. I think that's what the problem is. The old ones. Let's get it up into gear. Here we go. So it does have an atmosphere. Okay. It's very thin. There you are. Give it a two-tone. Maybe that red dwarf has a special sort of shade on it. Give it a little more nicer colour as well. Oh yes. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, I quite like the purple and the red. I think that's quite a nice looking look. We'll lower the opacity down. Just thin it down a bit. The two-tone shades. Clouds on, yes. They're all up. Thick and fluffy. There you go. Gonna give this one more... We'll go turbulent. So 0 degrees. So, okay, just giving it a bit of temperature. That's perfect. Okay. And then we just need to get a nice looking world put together here. So we'll go with custom. It's already got the colours from previous system building. We're just going to hide the atmosphere so we can actually see underneath properly. And the red dwarf's light. There you go. The green. A little more. Just make it a little more realistic looking. There you go. Contrast. We'll take the terrain up as well. Yeah, make it a little more interesting. Watercolour. I'm thinking a nice light blue. Always nice to have different watercolour. Changing the watercolour is one of the coolest features they put in, man. Just having that extra level of customisation. Or just being able to customise everything. Oh, I remember the days before you could customise anything. And the game has come a long way. It's fantastic. Absolutely love it. And you can just customise everything now. It's great. Oh, the red atmosphere gels with that. I like the way that looks. Well, I say the red. It's actually the purple with the two-tone. So, oh, yeah. But I think that's a little too much, so we're going to thin it down a bit. So if it is a purple atmosphere with that red base, or that red secondary colour. I like that. It looks fresh, it looks different. Not the greenest of green, though, but that is because we've got an atmosphere on top. Let's have a little look. So let's see, base colour. So you can see the green down there. It's just we're giving it more of a deep sort of green. There you go. But yeah, it is in there. And you got the yellowy, more deserty looking areas. Nice. So we'll see what temperature that sort of levels up to. So we've got 2 nice earth likes there. The third one, Kalos over here. This one had a pretty interesting appearance. I'm not exactly sure what this was though. Is that just a green surface? I don't know what that is. Has that been modded or? Yeah, it was modded. Yeah, okay. I don't know how we can incorporate that in now. I'm not exactly sure what to use for that. We could have it as something radioactive, actually. Let's have a radioactive planet. Something like the bright colours, maybe. Where is it? Kalos. So we can't modify that colour. Let's place it... where are we? Orbit. Oh, wait. Trappist 1. Lock onto Trappist 1. Here you are. Right, so Kalos. There you go. Right, so place you there. Put you back where you were. So put it on the edge of the zone. Here it is. So I'm going to try and make this into some sort of radioactive looking mess. So temperature and size doesn't matter. It's got an atmosphere on it. Make it like an apocalyptic kind of world. So something like dark atmosphere. Clouds. Blacked out. Maximum thickness. Or storm and thick. There we go. Maximum settings. There we go. So an apocalyptic nuclear waste kind of wreck is kind of what I'm getting from this vibe. So yeah, very mysterious one. I'm thinking maybe throw in some dirty, throw in some messy gases in here. Sulfur, carbon dioxide. Let's throw that all in. Let's go up to... throw a bit of all that in. Just make it a mess. Maybe it was breathable. Maybe have a bit of oxygen. Maybe it was once a world that was really good for it. Maybe a nitrogen there, so a bit more oxygen. There you go. Maybe it has a record. It does contain a bit of water, but we'll have to see how the phases of this world sort themselves out. But yeah, very mysterious world there. We'll have to see how the game sort of settles this world down. We'll have to equalize the phases and stuff, and just see really what happens with this. I'm not going to let it do what it wants to do. Stabilize phases. I guess that's the only thing I'll do to it. And you can see it's got mysterious liquid there, but what is the liquid? That's the question. Where are we? So it's nitrogen, carbon dioxide is atmosphere, oxygen is atmosphere, sulfur dioxide is atmosphere. So that's water. That is actually liquid water there. But not really going to be the breathable as well. There's a lot of nasty things in this world. That radioactive glow on it as well. Not particularly the nicest place to be. Maybe we're going to increase that atmosphere thickness more. Maybe deepen it down. Yeah, that's looking pretty good, isn't it? So Kalos, a radioactive wreck of a once Earth-like world for unknown reasons. Earth-like 1's looking good. Earth-like 2, both looking great. Have to see how they do themselves over time. How's our world over here doing? Now that speed up time, but let's actually really let things run for a bit. Let's throw in a save while we're here as well. Make sure everyone's functioning correctly. Good stuff. Alright, here we are. So it's cooling down. So that liquid sulfur dioxide should actually chill there then. Let's see how it's looking. 82% is liquid. It's actually losing the gas, so it's sitting as a sulfur dioxide ocean world. Quite an interesting dynamic we've got going on here. We've got a methane world on the other around Alpha Centauri. We've got the sulfur dioxide liquid here. Let's actually increase. Let's make it a thicker ocean of sulfur dioxide. A real nasty place to be. Not much needing for the surface. I don't think you can have greenery here. It's going to be a pretty mucky world, I guess. Base colour, we're going to leave that alone, but I will give it maybe a little more terrain, make it look more interesting. There you are. Atmosphere is on, isn't it? Yeah. But we're going to leave it alone. We'll leave it the way it is. We've got quite an interesting trio of or quad of objects here. Maybe have someone a little closer to the star as well. Someone should be getting scorched. But who? Where's good old LP12? Always like to throw that into systems somewhere. Where is it? Because that world was always pretty extreme. Let's have a look. Where is it? Oh, there he is. Let's place him there. In the red. There you go. Yeah. We always have this world hot. Like, yeah, it always looks insane, doesn't it? Oh, yeah. The ultimate, one of the craziest modded objects of all time, surely. Clouds are on. Let's switch them up. It's such a weird world. It just looks cool. There he is. Always nice to bring back a familiar face. It just looks really wild. I think if we give it some sort of liquid, it should have some special effect as well. I don't know if it's going to work around the star. But liquid normally has a special colour because of the tint. I don't know if it's going to work though, because we do need to... There's little patches of liquid. No, I don't think it's going to work because it's going to be too hot, so we're going to leave that alone. LP12, always a pleasure to see this guy out. It's had a lot of variations over the years from the updates of the game. It's a very old object, but it still looks awesome with that tint on it. So we're going to leave that alone. That's going to be a hot world though, sitting sizzling near that red dwarf. We're going to get straight to 0 degrees. That's going to warm up. It's going to skyrocket in temperature. It's going to get scorched. Right next to that red dwarf. Let's just double it. How hot will it go? 163? We need to be a little closer. 18-hour orbit. It's still increasing. What's this reflect? I'm going to make it albedo variant. Make it absorb a lot of light. Lower that down. Infrared, we're going to switch that up. Atmosphere mass as well. Infrared's going up. We're going to double the layers. Make it really hot here. There you go. Yeah, so things get pretty hot there now. Yeah, there you go. It's going to look better. Look at the way the light of this star planet works as well. Look at that. Look at that day-night cycle. That is a bizarre... You know, as Trappist 1 goes around Alpha Centauri, that will change as well. And as Alpha Centauri goes around Eta Carinae, that will also change. The seasons here must be an absolute wreck. 18-hour day, the daylight, you know, that little dark patch there, that doesn't last long, does it? That's a bizarre orbit, isn't it? You can see little patches of liquid on there, but I don't think that's going to last too long. But yeah, LP12. Classic. Absolute classic there. So... Could we fit another object in there? It is a red dwarf, so effectively we are, you know, it can hold on to objects. So we're going to go with a smaller moon. I'm going to try it and go with that Sedna texture that we were talking about earlier. So let's go with a random small. I'm going to try and place it in there. Let's see. Oh, I don't know. It's a little close, isn't it? No, I'm going to have a gap. We'll try and do that further on. So place it a little further out there. There we go. It meets up with that one now. Let's see what we can come up with here. So I'm thinking. Ooh. We've already got the sulfur dioxide world. We could have another desert world, maybe like another Mars kind of design. So, base color on. Let's go with. What we will do is we'll go with the color, the textures here. We're going to go with Sedna and Mars. It could be an interesting duo, Sedna and Mars. Let's see how they function together. Mars. There you go. Should be an interesting duo. See how that looks. And new materials. Throw some argon in. Oh, whoa! Hey, oi, oi. Whoa. Right. Should be interesting. Okay. How does that work? The world of argon. Guessing that's all atmosphere, isn't it? Yeah. Argon world. Could two-tone it a bit. The argon planet. Yeah, I'm going to stick with that. Nice quick little build, but I'm going to go with that. The Argon world. Excellent. I'm liking this. It's coming along nicely. Making good progress. Good stuff. Okay. So, what next? I'm thinking we'll try and finish off Trappist for today's episode. So, we're going to go with... I'm going to try and get at a gas giant around this. A regular one. Now, what are we thinking? Not anything too large. Any cool looking ones we can try and slot in could be good. Ooh, what do we go with? Let's go a little further down. That was 6B1, looks good. We could also go to the giant list of stuff as well. Try and get an interesting one. Let's go with Banded 35. Let's place that in. So let's have a look here. So I want to be a little careful here. Gotta place it. So it can go quite a decent distance. I'm going to place it there. Bigger gap for the gas. That's going to be the only one here. How large is its mass? I don't make it too big. It says 7. That should be alright, actually. 7 masses of Earth. So the largest of the worlds at the end. Rotational period. We're going to speed that up. Make it faster. It's hours. That's what we want. 6 hours, 12 hours, a little longer. 18 hours or rotation. So nice looking one, Bandit 44. So sitting on the edge of Trappist there. Let's let it all running. Make sure it all functions. Looking good. And Trappist can hold on to that quite nicely because it's the supreme object in the area of 93 Jupiter mass. No one else even has 1 Jupiter, and since everything's so close to it, this thing will hold them hard. There won't be any gravitational issues, hopefully, between these guys around the red dwarf. How's our Earth like? 17 degrees, that's come out perfectly. This one's at 9. Again, not bad. That's sitting nicely where we want them to. Kalos, our radioactive world, 21 degrees there. Maybe make it a little hotter, but not too much. Maybe it's going to be still a little more intoxicating almost, so... Sea level, I'm going to... Albedo's already low. Wow, okay, I'm going to increase infrared. Maybe double it to 2 layers of... Ooh, I don't know, that's quite... Ooh. No, I'm going to stick with that. That should give it a little buff it needs. Make it a little hotter here. It's not meant to be a nice looking place. Just want to make that a little warm it up a little bit. There you go. So, looking good. Got Alpha Centauri complete as well. The 2 ice giants. Looking great. So that is the Alpha Centauri Trappist duo. So they are complete around here. I'm thinking back to the main star as well. I want to try and add a few. We've got a few objects in orbit. I'm thinking maybe a few more planets in here. Just to fill her up a bit. Not too many, but I'm thinking just a few little, maybe 2 more objects to populate that empty region. So there's quite a lot of empty space there, so I'm trying to fill it up a bit. No, we're going to be more hot regular gas giants. We could have a hot Neptune. Let's go with this thing. This one looks pretty wild. Let's place it there. You know what I'm going to do? Oh, yeah, that's a nice... If we heat this thing up, it should look quite good as well. Put it to 0. That should skyrocket. Let's put it straight to 200, maybe. There you go. See how that does. Right, anyway. So, what I want to do with you... 915-year orbit. I'm going to make it eccentric. I'm going to do that and then lower this down. Squeeze it like that. Maybe just lower this a bit. Just to get it in there. That sort of region there. Always nice to have an eccentric looking world kind of slotted in. Give it a little more different season. I'm going to move it closer to the star at its closest point. I'm going to put it there. See how hot it actually goes. Increase this by that time. Throw a save in as well. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's hot. Oh yeah. It's the hot ice giant, the hot Neptune. How's this going to sort itself out? Oh, it's heat. Oh yeah, it's heating up. Looking nice. Hey, there you go. That's kind of what I was looking for, something like that. Let's see how hot it actually goes. Okay, it's not going too much. So I think that will sit around 500, so that's not too shabby. Looking good. And it will cool down as it goes further out. That's our 2 Barry Center guys at the back, that's fine. Well, we've got a few little orbits wobbling here. Now, what's causing that? So that's around Altar here. So why is that doing that? Altar. That's 7 mass of U. I'm going to lower the mass of U down a bit just in case you're having any pull on it. So what's going on here then? What's all this? Is that probably Wolf's orbit bouncing on Altar there? It should be alright, yeah, they'll function. Altar's being wobbled a bit by Wolf, I'm guessing. But none of these guys have large mass. That's a planet, 2 masses, 0.3 masses of Earth, 6 masses of Earth, and that's the only thing that's 94. And then the base star is 177, so that should easily be able to hold on to Wolf. There shouldn't be too much. They're probably just bouncing a bit. They should be alright. You've got our other red dwarf system here with the other planets. What's going on here, Furcus? What's still this? That shouldn't be as thick as that, surely. Yeah, that's more like, I think that just thickened up a bit. Oh yeah, what's going on here? Oi! How do you do that? There you go, that's better. Slow things down. Just have a quick recap of these guys. It's been a few weeks since we made these now. How's everyone doing over here? That one was cool. This T, that was an Earth flight. What's going on? Oh, what's all this? Oi! What's going on here? What's that sea doing? Settle liquid. Raise the sea level a bit. Settle. I think it's just been a bit of a weird glitchy boy there, but there you go. Okay, yeah, that's alright, that's fine. Do a little bit of a little buff there. Everlapped here. And the other one. Yeah, alright, so got the created world, and then you got this one here as well. More the more deserty looking worlds. Yeah, alright, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. So they're doing alrighty. Good stuff. There in orbit there. That was fine if that orbit wobbles. I mean, you'd expect it to, really. Then we've done Alpha Centauri today, their system there. We can see a little bit of an issue here. So why is M for doing that? See, I was fearing that this could happen. So I'm going to lower that half that mass down immediately on both of these and just make sure they slot in nicely. We're going to move the Vaca in. M for, we're going to just give you auto orbit U, refresh that orbit. And we're just going to quickly lower your mass down as well. Because I'm assuming maybe the red dwarf could be brushing on the orbit. So we're going to lower that down. Hopefully that will sort of keep them solved. I'm going to throw a save in as well. Get that all locked in. And then what we'll do is we'll let it continue next episode as we're going to finish off the days on there, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. I took your feedback in as well. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you've got any more feedback and suggestions, let me know. See if we can try and incorporate some more ideas into this system as well. But I think we've got quite a good lineup around here now. If we get a lineup of everybody as well. Here you are. So, down to Alpha Centauri. Oh, yes. So, that's a big gas giant, isn't it? I don't know if I like that. That shouldn't be that big. Nah, no way, man. Let's make it look smaller. That's more appropriate. Something like that. Sitting in there. You got the one closest. You got the big ones. I think that makes more sense. Enver's quite a large world, despite only having 11. We're going to maybe just lower that down a bit more. I think that should be too large. There you go. We've got a Vaca there. There's the two sister ice giants. Got quite a large Sauli. There's our good old world we made today. With the, what's it? The sulfur. That's it, the sulfur dioxide. There you go. You've got a nice list of sort of Earth sizes in here. Quite all similar size, aren't they? But a nice lineup we got going on so far. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. And there's Kalos, the toxic. Yeah, looking good. Cool. So there you are. So that's everything for today, everybody. So yeah, like I said, if you enjoyed it, let's see if we can go for 100 likes on today's video as well, guys, and also subscribe for more. Helps in training to 40,000 subscribers. We are 1,500 subscribers away. We are closing in fast. Really appreciate it. And yeah, let's see if we can do it, hopefully by the end of the summer. That'd be absolutely amazing. See if we can get it before the end of August. That'd be great. So make sure to press that button if you haven't already. And yeah, with that, we'll send on everybody. Make sure you have a great day. Stay safe out there. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.